to look and feel younger? Do you want to have more muscle, less body fat? Do you want to have boundless amounts of energy and stamina? And how about a life that is free of pain? Or maybe you are someone that just wants to be able to get a good night's sleep. If any of this describes you, then you are in the right place at the right time. So there's two specific placements with the X39. So behind the neck, as I said, and below the belly button for a reason. Those 2 points are linked to 2 very important meridian pathways. So you've got a conceptual pathway that runs up the front, runs up the front and goes to the back of the throat, and you've got a governing that runs up the back and finishes at the end of the throat, in the middle of the throat. And those do, they work off all the other blockages. So all the other blockages when you do so. So how specifically do these patches work? Well, because they're based on light, they are only sending light into your meridian pathway. So it's a little like acupuncture. Instead of having to go to an acupuncturist, you're going to just basically place a patch on an acupuncture point. And what it then does is it's going to send this light into those meridian pathways. Now, if anyone understands a little bit about acupuncture, we know that these meridian pathways are the thin little lines that you see if you go and Google it. And these little lines can become a little bit entangled and knotted. Now, if you understand a little bit around that, you cannot have life force and chi running through your body if you have entanglement and knotted little pathways. So what Lifewave does is it starts to sort of push those meridian pathways straight so we can have that life force and that chi that we call, the Eastern methodology is all around chi and life force running smoothly through our bodies. So sometimes, for instance, if you've got like pain in the knee, for instance, and people say to me, well, it's got worse, Mandy. Why will it get worse? It's supposed to take away the pain. If you are going to push light through those meridian pathways, also linked up to a whole lot of nerve endings and all kinds of things. So it could cause more pain when you're pushing this light source through that area so that it can start switching on the healing processes. So it's really important to understand exactly what it's doing, because then you don't have a full understanding of why you're having excess pain, or otherwise many people who are fixing a knee sometimes say to me, oh my word, it's amazing, it's gone. And then a week later it comes back. So what it's done is, battery low. Jane, I need my thing. Why is it is plugged in and it's saying battery low? No, okay. Just double check now, because I think it is in there. So I think it's just a different plug that needs to be plugged into. So, what happens then if that person's had no pain and then suddenly that person's got pain again? So what has happened is the patches have realized, okay, we're fixing this, which is great, we'll take away the pain, but hold on, there's something underlying that it needs to fix so that it can actually really repair what's actually going on in that area. So very importantly to understand that as well. Sorry, I'll just close this. We'll just continue. David's going to share a little bit.
Already, it's fun to hear how some of these things come out. In terms of X39, what was the inspiration for that patch, and kind of what was the background on developing that one?
Yeah, so back in the late 2000s, I began to see that it was very obvious that stem cell medicine was going to be the future, and that in the future we would go into hospitals, we'd get injections of stem cells as a regular protocol to support overall healing. And I wanted Lifewave to be on the cutting edge. So I thought it's time that we put money and attention and focus into developing a stem cell product. And that was an incredible journey. We got one of the most interesting things that came out of that was we got to do our work at the National University of Ireland in Galway. And I personally was able to work with Dr. Tim O'Brien. And Dr. O'Brien is one of the most prominent stem cell scientists in the world. And so we worked at their Regenerative Medicine Institute. I made a presentation, and we ended up getting funding through Scientific Foundation Ireland. And we were able to demonstrate that you don't have to give people stem cell injections, that it's possible with energy to activate the stem cells in the body. So that was a journey that took many, many years, but of course it culminated in our X39 product, and that has dramatically changed the trajectory of the company. So, of course, in 2022, sales were over 10 times higher than they were in 2018 when we were just pre-launching X39.
So what are the many benefits when you are using X39? So wound healing, we've had the most amazing results with wound healing. What you have to do is you have to use Carnosine patches and X39 close to the wound itself, and you'll see amazing transformation. So this was a gentleman in Namibia. They were going to amputate his leg. You can see that first picture there, it's actually bone, that little bit of yellow. Yeah, quite gross, sorry for those who have had breakfast. But amazingly, if you see after 1 month, look at the regenerative tissue on the second, just amazing how well it is. And it's been a year, he's still walking around without crutches, and yeah. So Dr. Alex, when I actually chatted to him, he said to me that he was very impressed, because he said he doesn't understand those patches, but they were really all the surgeons were going to amputate his leg, and he's still walking around absolutely normal. I did also say to him to use, because them being in the village and it could be quite dirty, to use a bit of silver gel to actually, you're going to definitely use power here. Baba. I don't understand it because it's on there.
Well, the TV's getting.
The DVD board that the slides are attached.
Yeah, it's the TV running at the same extension. So there's that power on the TV. So.
Oh, maybe it's
years old already. That's good. No, everybody knows, not many people know about it.
This one's not charging.
Isn't
Three cables.
TV's working all the service.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, TV is definitely on. Yeah.
So this extension to the other.
So it's the charger. So maybe
Well, that one's not charging either. So.
maybe that's all going to be in the one side ATM
Yeah,
and not have one and let's use the one and work.
let's check it.
Yeah, TV's off now.
Yeah,
TV's
check
off
out.
now.
Is the TV working?
No.
Now the plug's on. Look.
Yeah,
Now
TV's working.
now on. I'm thinking like one from each end. That's what happened.
I think this.
It doesn't work that side, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we're getting power. No, this one's not powering up.
Don't worry about that. He's going first. Oh, sorry.
Maybe just one of them has gone.
No, it's good.
No kidding.
You think there must be another adapter?
Yes, I was thinking maybe adapter is not good.
The other adapter.
It's not good and
Okay, cool. We've got power. We're ready. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Very Grace.
He needs it.
Just
Yeah.
wasn't just cuts. He plummeted down. He could have broken 1,000 things. He was in agony. So just those patches helped him get back on his feet. It was not so much just big gashes, but what happened to the rest of his body, because he went down like a way down. Okay, so rapid pain relief. Why does X39 give us rapid pain relief? Well, it also works on the pain receptors. Now, if you can work on the pain receptors, you can take away the pain and the memory of the pain. So sometimes what happens with my clients, when I fix any pain, and then I follow up with them like maybe a month later, and they go, oh no, these patches don't work anymore. And I go, okay, what's wrong? No, my back is killing me. I said, okay, but hold on, I have to scroll back up the WhatsApp and say, no, you came to me for your knee pain. Oh yeah, no, but that's fixed. Now what happens to my back? So they actually forget about what pain they had. So greater energy, well, this happens automatically when you're starting to activate more stem cells in the body, you're starting to repair most of the major organs, and you start to feel a lot more energy happening within the body. This is a gentleman he's an Ironman contestant.
Because I pulled my shoulder cross-country skiing, so as a wheelchair athlete, cross-country skiing is just arms. So you can imagine just arms, no core abs, no back, and freak accident. First time I'd had an injury in 29 years. And an acquaintance from Facebook reaches out. They see my post on social media saying I injured my shoulder. Like, that's something I think that may help. Fast forward a week and a half, I get these patches in the mail that are the size of a quarter. I stick it on my arm. I wake up the next morning. All of a sudden, I wake up, I've got less soreness in my shoulder. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's half gone after one, I don't know, 10 hours of sleep. This is amazing.
So sleep benefits. Clinical studies performed by Lifewave show that X39 improves the quality of sleep by altering the levels of GABA, an important neurotransmitter in the brain. The benefit is natural improvement in the quality and duration of sleep.
Want to turn back the clock to look and feel younger? The pursuit of youthfulness has been a human endeavor since time immemorial. However, it's not just about the exterior, the aesthetic appeal, but also about the vitality and health within. This is where the Lifewave X39 patch comes into play, an innovative breakthrough in the world of health and wellness. So what exactly is the Lifewave X39 patch? Imagine a small, non-invasive patch that uses the power of light to stimulate your body's natural healing processes. This is the essence of the Lifewave X39 patch. It's simple yet incredibly effective. At the heart of the Lifewave X39 patch is a technology called photolight therapy. Photolight therapy is a science that uses specific wavelengths of light to stimulate health benefits. It's been around for over 100 years and has a wide range of applications, from treating seasonal affective disorder to promoting wound healing. Now, you might be wondering how a patch can emit light. Well, here's the ingenious part. The Lifewave X39 uses the infrared heat of the body to activate the patch. This in turn facilitates the photolight therapy back into the body. But the Lifewave X39 patch doesn't stop there. It specifically elevates a copper peptide called GHK-Cu, which then activates more of our healing cells. As we age, the number and effectiveness of our healing cells decline. The Lifewave X39 patch, through its phototherapy technology, reactivates these dormant healing cells, making them more efficient and promoting a younger, healthier body. So it's not magic, it's just science. A science that taps into the body's inherent ability to heal and rejuvenate itself, to look and feel younger. It's about harnessing the power of light and to promote a healthier, more youthful you. But don't take our word for it. Experience the wonders of the Lifewave X39 patch for yourself. See how this small, non-invasive patch can make a substantial difference in your life. Discover what it means to truly turn back the clock, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. Give the Lifewave X39 patch a try today. Embrace the science of light and step into a healthier, more youthful version of yourself, because you deserve to look and feel your best every single day.
So improved skin appearance. Would you like to not only look and feel younger, but also, would you like to feel younger but look younger as well? Now you can with the X39. An important part of activating stem cells is an increase in the production of collagen. So the result is not only a few weeks after applying X39, your skin will start to experience significant reduction in the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So here you can see Mandy Rowe and this gentleman, I think he's from America, who both of them wearing the patches for almost a year. You can see the massive transformation not only on the outside, but this has all happened on the inside. So initial clinical work performed by Dr. Lauren Picard showed that when GHKCU is elevated in the body, of scars. This is a well-known attribute of elevating copper peptides known as remodeling. So most of us would like to have the best anti-aging strategies and products possible, and now you can with the X39. Elevating a GHKCU is a proven method to reset thousands of genes back to their younger, healthier state. The result is unparalleled health and vitality. This is coming from this clinical study that they did with the doctors that David works very closely with. After wearing the patches for about 6 weeks, your heart health mimics that it's 2 months younger, and that's exactly what happened with that gentleman wearing his patches for 10 months. So this lady burnt herself with, she was making fed cook, and she was in excruciating pain. They put a gauze on, and she had painkillers, but when she got the X39 and the Carnosine patches, she said it was almost immediate pain relief, and the repair was just incredibly quick. So if stem cells are so great, then why aren't they being used today? How come you cannot go to your doctor for a shot of stem cells? Well, as it turns out, there are many good reasons as to why stem cell therapy is not generally available. Well, it's not approved in some countries. So the problem with stem cells and injecting someone else's into yours is that you cannot tell those cells how to differentiate, and you cannot tell them what to go and fix. So activating your own stem cells is still the better way of really repairing your body today. It's also really expensive in South Africa, anything from 22,500 Rand for stem cell injection. This is only one. It's also not going to be possible for people to do it on an ongoing basis. You have to have a hospital visit, a doctor, and it's just not going to be practical to do going forward. So this was really interesting. This was clinical studies that were done about 1.5 years or 2 years ago with Lifewave. It was brain mapping that was done, and this was the professor that said that the X39 will do whatever your brain requires. If your brain requires calming down because you were super stressed, it would do that. And if your brain needed more activity because of injury or whatever else, it would do that too. So working purely on the nervous system and then up into the brain. So you'll see here the first two were stressed people. After wearing the patches for 6 weeks, you'll see that it goes to more blues and more greens, which shows that the brain is calming down. But the third one is interesting. So the third one was a gentleman that thought he had brain damage from a concussion. And you'll see that there's very little activity in the first, but wearing the patches for 6 weeks, you'll see that there's more activity happening. So it will do whatever the brain requires. This was a wonderful testimonial and quite an amazing testimonial. A little boy got his finger caught in a door accident and the little tip came off. His parents went off to the hospital and asked the doctor, please, to stitch the finger back on. And the doctor warned, and you can see the second photo, that it would start rotting and it would end up, he might even end up losing more of his finger. But within 2 months of using the X39 and the X49, the tissue was completely repaired, circulation was back in the finger, and it was good as new. So this is a testimonial. Her name is Shabahat. She got Friedreich's ataxia when she was 11 and spent 21 years bedridden, as you see in the first photo. Very little muscle, a lot of muscle dystrophy, no brain activity, no speech whatsoever. After using the Aeon patches and the X39, her body temperature came back, her speech came back, and her mental activity came back as well. It was actually quite incredible. She just woke up one morning and said to her mom, we're still in the year when I actually got the Friedreich's ataxia. Your mother was like, holy crap. So I know this gentleman. We actually communicated quite a lot. He's in Turkey, is a business builder there, building his business, and he sponsors Shabahat's patches. And you can see now, I mean, there's a lot to do with her back, a little bit more muscle tone that has to develop to keep her upright. So they have to still prop her up with cushions, but definitely got much more quality of life. Her parents are overwhelmed. So she has added the X49 because that works very much on the muscles and the bones of the body to try and support a stronger physique for her to help her in the future.
Ever wonder how to push beyond the limits of your athletic potential? Meet Lifewave, the technology that has been helping athletes worldwide improve performance and stamina safely and naturally for over 18 years. Imagine a technology that uses light to tap into your body's processes. Lifewave patches do exactly that. They don't contain any drugs or stimulants. Instead, they employ phototherapy or light therapy to stimulate the body's natural healing processes. Here's how it works. When you apply a Lifewave patch to your skin, it reflects specific wavelengths of light back into the body. These light waves stimulate the skin, which in turn sends messages to the brain to trigger various biological responses. It's like giving your body a set of instructions, all through the power of light. The Lifewave X39 and X49 patches are particularly beneficial for athletes. They can help boost your stamina and aid in recovery. This means you can train harder, perform better, and bounce back quicker. But that's not all. The Lifewave IceWave patches are designed to offer fast and effective pain relief. If you're an athlete, you know that pain can be a constant companion. These patches can help you manage it better so you can focus on what you do best, competing. Then there's the Carnosine patch. This little marvel supports lactic acid buildup, helping to improve performance by a whopping 124%. Imagine what you could do with that kind of boost. And let's not forget the Lifewave Aeon patches. These are designed to calm your nerves, helping you focus better and concentrate more effectively when you're competing. Plus, they have the added benefit of reducing inflammation. So, if you're an athlete looking to up your game, why not give Lifewave patches a try? Harness the power of light to tap into your body's natural processes. Improve your performance, your stamina, your recovery, and your focus, all while keeping pain and inflammation at bay. With Lifewave, you're not just competing, you're competing at the speed of light. Remember, the best athletes aren't just born, they're patched. So why not join them? Try Lifewave patches today and see how they can help you up your game. Don't just compete, excel with Lifewave. Visit our website at futurewellness.com.
So the X39 and X49 together create a certain kind of synergy within the body. The X49 was only launched the beginning of last year, so an incredibly new patch in the range from Lifewave, and we still don't quite know exactly what it's going to do in the future. So we found that for us, it worked deep into the fascia of the body. So for many women, it works in alleviating some of the trauma that is within the body, and they need to just be aware of that. If they start to feel really low, a little bit teary, it's the wonderful X49 patches that are trying to shift what they've kept and stored in that area of the body. So what are the benefits of the X49? Well, they build strength. In the clinical studies that they've done recently, they worked with about 20 ladies that had osteoarthritis, and they actually saw that it stopped the deterioration of bone within their systems. It protects the all-over cardio health, and it also helps the brain as well. So after just 1 week of X49, you can feel your stamina gain is improved when using the X39. So what does each one do specifically? Well, clinically proven X49, so you're elevating two very specific peptides when you're doing X39 and X49. X49 is an AHKCU peptide, and X39 is a GHKCU peptide. So X49 is clinically proven to enhance strength and stamina. So for people who are really struggling with strength and really wanting to get their power back in the body, they want to be using the X49 patches. So for instance, someone who's been ill for a very long time, bedridden, and wants to really improve their muscle tone and strength in the bones, they would be using this. So it reduces soreness of muscles and recovery from exercise, and it's also one that we use to reduce fat in the body. So what it does is you need to be on a good healthy eating plan, and you also need to be doing some exercise, and you will find that you'll reshape your body with the X49. So Lifewave X39 is clinically proven to enhance overall health and vitality because you are activating more of your stem cells in that area, and also helping giving another dynamic level of wellness experience to what it is that you're doing with your health and your vitality. So there are some of the other patches in the range from Lifewave that we want to talk more about. Silent Nights, for those of you that are struggling with sleep. However, I'm going to talk a little bit more around this patch because it doesn't always do what it's supposed to do, because it elevates a very good antioxidant for the brain called melatonin, and melatonin actually detoxifies the brain. So it's not my favorite patch because I know I'm obviously keeping a few heavy metals in my brain, so I don't sleep well with that patch, so I wear mine during the day because I know I have to detoxify. So, you know, it's a game you spoke. It's never an exact science. You play around to see what works best with your body. I spoke to a lady today or yesterday, and she said to me, you know, I'm really not doing well with my X39s during the day. I'm exhausted. So I said, well, then wear them at night, so that your body just gets used to what it's giving the body and resets it. And as soon as you start to feel like you can't sleep at night, then go back to wearing it in the day. So this is a little bit that you have to work with the person who's actually selling you the product. So very important to have education as well. So Aeon patches, these are amazing patches. And these, as far as I'm concerned, we should all be on this because we cannot stay away from stress today. So Aeon patches are all around bringing down stress and cortisol. Also, one of our big problems as we get older, especially the women who are going into menopause, as soon as you start stressing, cortisol levels shoot through the roof and you pick up weight. So it also keeps the nervous system in parasympathetic mode. It keeps the body in a state of calm. And when we do that, we produce what we call acetinoplastones. Acetinoplastones can only be produced when we are in a state of calm. And what that boils down to is it creates apoptosis. It's a way to clean out the body of all the dead cells. And that doesn't happen if you're not in a state of calm. So it's really important. So David does not speak about acetinoplastones because it's linked to cancer treatment very successfully. But that's the peptide that is innovated with the Aeon patches. So Aeon patches also bring down inflammation quite substantially. You can see with peel and photography that people put a patch on and you can see lots of red and orange. And once they put that patch on, you see lots of blues and greens. We see that with horses. Very, very effectively, we see that pain and inflammation can be brought down quite substantially. So this is wonderful Mandy in our team. She's a doctor. Dear Mandy, both of us, Mandy in the team. During 2008, I received my first round of chemo for colon cancer. Lo and behold, during 2018, it returned. This time I thought I will do what I can and change to a vegetarian diet, made sure I drink 2 liters of ginger CBD tea every day. In addition, I used Lifewave X39, Aeon and energy patches during 2018 for my colon cancer during chemo. Things did not look good at some point in 2019. I started radiation treatment. Never relay the story live because she would just cry through the whole thing. So very, very amazing. So those holes, they were trying to stitch closed, and the more they did that, the more they just opened up. That will up your glutathione production like Lifewave. If I can put my head in the block. Not a supplement and not an intravenous session will do it for you. So we actually, with the patches, the glutathione patches, it actually elevates the body's own glutathione production by 300% in the first 24 hours. So that's really whopper. And if you go and have a look at all of the very chronic health issues are all associated with low glutathione levels. Carnosine, it can increase the stamina of athletes by 124% because it brings down lactic acid buildup. It can also extend your lifespan, if you know anything about telomeres. So it's the end of the gene, it's a little piece at the end of the gene, and it shortens as you get older and creates some of our chronic health issues. But with Carnosine, it can extend it and make it stronger and therefore change things within your body. It's also a really good one for skin. So for ladies who want to have all those wrinkles disappear, this is a good one other than the X39. Also a good one for brain-related issues, any ADD, ADHD as well. Any kind of Parkinson's, dementia, depression works very, very well on the brain. And then also helps with any ligament, tendon, and muscular injuries. As long as it hasn't completely snapped, it's just torn, it gives amazing, amazing results when you use them. So this is wonderful. I just want to swap this quickly. So this is one of the ladies in our team. We went off to Robertson and we went and did an event there. And this is the Icewave patches. So I'm going to use Amanda for the Icewave patches just now. How's your pain feeling? Still there? No? Okay, so we'll talk to you just now. So Icewave patches are the one that I really use a lot, and I'm going to patch. We'll just see who's got pain today, and I'm going to show you how well they work. Icewave patches are opening up meridian pathways for pain. So basically what this one does is not activating stem cells, but it's opening up the meridian pathways where pain might be associated, okay? So this is the two little testimonials that we've got from two of the ladies who did there.
Roadtrip meeting, ons Lifewave skepte. En sy is eintlik iemand wat baie skepties is dit so Rihanna? Ja, dit was gesê, baie skepties, maar sy het aan met 'n laag hoofpyn. En ons het nou weer agtergegaan die Icewave klappers geplak. Ons kan ook nie veel wys waar plak nie. Maar ons het daar geplak en ons daar los. Nou kan jy vir my sê, maar voel jy? Nee, baie beter. Daar's definitief aan. Ek is bewus daarvan, dis 80% beter as dit. Goed, beter. Ons is baie bly dat ons sy los haar skepties.
So we have Patrice here with us, and we're at this meeting in Robertson, and she had pain in her knee, and Mandy put on the Icewave patches for her, and so Patrice.
I want to explain that so that it's on the screen so you can see. So the Icewave patches and energy enhancers are the two in the range that have got two sets of patches that work on the left and the right. So what you do with Icewave is you'll take the tan patch and you'll put it on the area of pain. So I will find an area that someone will say to me, okay, my pain is over here, so I'll place the tan patch there. And then you use the white patch like a clock around the tan patch. So you'll start at 12 o'clock and you'll leave it on for about 30 seconds and you'll say, okay, we'll move around a little bit. And, you know, is it better? No, it's not better. Okay, cool. We'll move it to 3 o'clock. And then you'll say, okay, well, move around a bit. Is it better? No, 6 o'clock and then 9 o'clock. And somewhere along there, you'll find a sweet spot. They'll say to you, holy moly, it's gone. And then you can actually just place that patch permanently so that there's, as you tear off the sleeve, you saw there's two sections. Just tear off the one side as you're doing that exercise so that you don't stick it, because if you keep on sticking it and tearing it off, it's going to not stick after a while. So really importantly. So that's one way of using it. The other way of using it is the arrow. So you'll place it on the sore spot. So it will be a bit difficult to do it if it's here. So if it's sore here or sore here, you'll place the tan patch on there, and as an arrow would go through your body, you'll place the white patch on the other side. Okay. So it's not an exact science with the Icewave. You do need to try a few things, and also in the PDF that we send out to our clients and our brand partners, they also show you there's also for all over body pain. You can put it on the soft spot over here on the inside of your body underneath your feet. David talks about the neck as well. That's for all over body pain. So you do need to work around the body and see where you're going to get the best response from.
Just tell us the experience you had with an Icewave patch.
So she put it on, my pain was about 7 out of 10. And then she put it clockwise while I was moving around. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then I immediately felt the relief from the tension and pain underneath. And then afterwards, when she stuck it on the outside of my leg, and then as it started feeling better, I walked around with it and it was basically gone. So I went up and down the stairs a few times just to double check because that's when it's worse. And no pain going up and down the stairs.
Fantastic, Patrice. Thank you so.
You may have.
So also very important to remember, these patches don't have to be on the skin. So if someone is allergic to the backing, sometimes it can actually irritate the skin, you can place it on the clothing. So you can place it in a shoe, you can place it in your pocket, you do not have to place it on the actual. Yeah, so what happens is that it's got to be within the 3 centimeters of your body. That's where the infrared is sitting. So as long as it's in that area, you don't have to stick it. So many ladies actually, I've got a few ladies that got really sensitive skin. So I say to them, leave the backing on, slip it between your bra and your skin, and you can just leave it there for the day. So you don't necessarily need to place it anywhere specific. You'll hear David say many a time, just put it on, it will just do its job. And that's exactly what it'll do. But the reason why you get a booklet with those 5 wonderful points is it's going to open up the major meridians of the body and help your body really shift some stuff as well. Okay, so this is quite a nice one about Icewave.
Heard about Lifewave wearable technology. Wafer-thin, lightweight patches that produce remarkable health benefits. If you're still working to wrap your mind around the more than 80 independent clinical and research studies that back up Lifewave claims, or if you just simply love this technology already and enjoy seeing it work fast, we brought you to a quiet farm in Southern California to witness the instant power of Lifewave. Not on humans, but on horses. Because after all, horses can't be told how to react to this amazing technology. They just do, virtually every time. In fact, 2 published studies in 2005 and 2011 involving no fewer than 175 horses, one of them with a placebo-controlled element, significant reduction in pain using Lifewave, as shown by before and after infrared thermal images, plus generally accepted veterinarian methods for locating and measuring pain points in horses. I wanted to see for myself. Watch right along with me. John Chance, a distributor in Lifewave since 2004, has been working within the equine industry with horse owners and rodeo competitors for years, patching thousands of horses along the way to help relieve their pain and discomfort. This Facebook video is a great example. John first locates the discomfort, then does his best to carefully place a patch near the pain. Not so easy. And just seconds later, the horse is calm and no longer reacting to pressure. Today, John has gathered several horses so we can see for ourselves what happens as he applies patches, with their owners looking on. Didn't take him too long to find some pain.
That's fine.
On goes the patch. And then look at the difference.
Stand right here and just push hard as I can.
Here's another one.
Okay, that's fine.
Patch goes on.
No reaction. Pain is gone.
And now watch this.
About went to his knees. When I done this a minute ago, what the horse done? The horse kind of stumbled.
But once again, with Lifewave to the rescue.
You see horse?
I see.
No reaction.
No reaction, okay. Now what John did next really does bring focus to how fast this technology can work.
I'll remove the patch.
Oh.
I'm going to take them off. Pain's probably already back. Watch.
No kidding. He's reacting.
Reacting. Again.
Just like that.
Yep. And we're going to repatch again.
And it won't react?
Won't react.
On go the patches again.
Wow.
I heard a wow over there.
Yeah. Can you see it in person? They don't believe it. All right.
And with the patches back on?
Look at that. Oh, that's incredible.
And again. See, I'm just digging in that spot.
Yes, you are.
I'm digging more pressure. And I'm just danger zone. I'm asking this horse about this horse to kick me.
Unbelievable. So basically, the whole point of this, doing this in the first place, John, is that horses, they don't know anything other than to be a horse and to react to what's going on. They don't know placebo. They have no agenda. And that's the whole point of this, is to say that this technology works that fast, whether it's a horse or whether it's a human. So you know what you need to do next. You need to get patched.
Fun tip. So you saw John with a lot of patches. I don't know if any of you noticed a lot of patches on his phone. So basically, I chatted to John about 3 or 4 years ago, and he had, before he knew Lifewave, he had an op. They had to do it through his throat, and they buggered up his vocal cords, and the only way he gets to talk is by patching. So when he does events, he patches, and that's when you hear it. It's quite incredible. So the iSpray patches, they refer to it in the States as AccuLife. It will not be registered like that in South Africa. They are exactly the same as the iSpray patches, so you will not be able to buy AccuLife. Yeah, it's not anything different than iSpray patches. So these are the energy enhancers that you've all got on. So today I'm going to share a little bit more about how it can actually increase your strength, and then also mobility for those of you that are playing golf. Don't know if there's any golfers here. Playing golf or even having more flexibility within your body system. He's just going to show us 2 examples.
Here is called the push test. Now Jim works out over time. He weighs 207. I weigh $170 dripping wet. So he's got a lot more strength than I do. But let's go get in a football stance. I'm going to try to push you back and try to keep me from pushing you back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can't move him because he works out a lot more than I do. But with the power of the patch, it gets kind of fun. So I'm going to take the white patch, I'm going to put it in my right hand, and I'm going to take the tan patch and put it on my left hand. Now what this does, I'm going to put up his lung points, that my left hand is on his right lung point. So I'm actually strengthening myself and weakening him. So go ahead and do the same thing. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Pisses you off, huh?
So I want to explain what might be the reason why she did what she did. So our vortex actually goes clockwise, 360, and I have an idea the reason why it works well for her, because her vortex has swapped. That's why she swapped the energy enhancers and why it works so well for you. So that's a very interesting scenario there.
Is it cancer?
I don't think, no. She's actually she's a brand partner in Poland, but she actually swaps over the energy enhancers for herself, not because of any real issue, but I reckon that's the reason her polarity has swapped over to the other side. Yeah. Did she ever have cancer? No.
Bear it in mind with them.
Yeah. And can also be massive trauma as well. It all depends on what her body's had to deal with, because it can happen like that. That's interesting. So this is more flexible.
With your finger right in front, and I want you to twist, keep your feet exact same, just twist your body around and see how far you can go. Okay? Come on back. Now I want you to put the white patch in your right hand and the tan patch in your left hand and just do the exact same thing. You're able to go about 20% more. That's a great demonstration for golfers because they understand the flexibility and range of motions will be that much more increased.
I just want to tell you that my husband will not play golf without his energy enhancers. So he is 64, 65, and he was a scratch golfer in his heyday, but he just got worse and worse as he got older. And his energy enhancers are the only reason why he's almost right back up there again. So he says it's incredible. So what energy enhancers will do, as I say, they also calm the body. So he focuses way better. He's got way more swing when he's hitting the ball. And he also is able to do 18 holes without feeling tired, which really helps him as well. So very important. Another So these are one of the patches that I wear every now and again, and I wear them for a whole day or 24 hours, and I really sleep well when I do. So interesting, I'll give you a bit of a testimonial for myself. I had to go to the Lifewave incentive trip last year in Crete. I had 4 flights from George. So I had to fly from George to Orotomba to Turkey, from Turkey to Athens, and Athens to Crete. And I was double patched. So I placed these energy enhancers on my lung meridian, and I placed 2 below my knees on my stomach meridian. I had 1 X49 behind my neck. I got on the plane. I was absolutely fine. From my long haul flight, I slept for 6 hours. Now, for me, that is unheard of because there's no way that I sleep. I'm the one that's bunny courting headlights, and I'm watching every movie so that I can just get to the other side. Then I must have snored, I must have drooled, I must have done a whole lot of things, but I was up for 6 hours. When I looked at the watch, you know when you look at the watch and you go, oh, I wouldn't sleep for like an hour. I was like, oh, we've only got 2 hours until we land, and that was unheard of for me. So I actually used those little covers. I put those on my eyes this time because you've always got the day lights on, and I put my little cushion around my neck, and I must have been gone 6 hours. I was finished. So that was interesting. So it knew that it had to keep me going when I was needing to be busy, but it also knew when I closed my eyes, I was out. And the same thing happened because I thought, you know what, maybe it's just fluke. So when I came back, I did exactly the same thing, and I was very energized when I got to George. So yeah, very interesting. So this is our SP6. So this curbs our craving. So it's basically advertised from Lifewave as a curb the craving patch, but it holds so much more value than just that. For us women, and the men for that matter, it actually balances your hormones. So it works on the hypothalamus. So it works on all sexual activity, sleep and awake times, all of that. That's your digestive system is all worked through the hypothalamus. So it improves the physiological functions also of the pancreas, kidneys, liver, and adrenal glands. And most of us are adrenal fatigued. So this is a really good patch to get you going again. I also use Aeon patches for myself sometimes. When I'm really tired, I'll just patch each kidney and just get that flow going when I'm really, really exhausted.
Mandy, are we allowed to ask questions?
We are. When I'm like, you can go for it.
Okay, so the Energizer, does that not will boost the adrenals?
You can. So if you're wanting to boost the adrenals for the energy enhancers, you put them on. So the bottom of your foot in the middle of your pad there is your kidneys, and you can energize the adrenals. You can also use the, sometimes it's inflammation in that area too. That's kidney issues. Their kidneys are not functioning properly, they're not working properly. We've had a gentleman, sad as it is, on dialysis, and he wore the patches for about a week. Amazing results. So his wife went off and said to the doctor, well, I'm giving my husband this. He said, go with us immediately and get him off to dialysis. So, it's a sad scenario, but it is what it is.
So let's just again, a bit practical, So we put the Energizer under the feet, 1 and 1. We put the what was this one called?
Well, the SP6 you're wearing, interesting, you're wearing them on, so you're using them from the the knee down. So you're doing spleen. Off the top of my head, I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to remember the other 2 points. Just one, and that's swapping the vortex. So it's actually creating that it goes the other way because it's going to work on the hypothalamus and all of the major organs. So that's the area that you're working on.
That goes there, and then the Energizer is at the back on the kidneys.
So Energizers at the bottom of the feet.
Sorry,
and Eons. You can actually wear one. If the person's really drained, I would use 2 for a little while and just really amp up the body. But you can use it on the middle. Just where your kidneys are here, so you just put it in this little area to work on both those sides. Okay.
I have a question. So they are more like not long term. They're sort of like for a few days or. X39, 49 are long term.
No. So it all depends on what you're dealing with. So good question. So if you're dealing with stress, for instance, you're not going to be able to use them for 1 month, and you don't remove yourself from your stressful environment, so you are going to need to. The energy enhancers and ice wave patches, those are short term, okay, because they're for 15 white and 15 tan. So you wear that to open up those meridian pathways, get the energy going. In fact, this lady that she knows from Poland, she uses energy enhancers first to get the energy flow going and open up those meridian pathways so that the body can start, because very often we are completely depleted of energy. We are just surviving. So our bodies require that so that it can really utilize what the patches are giving to us afterwards. So very good idea to start with energy enhancers, give the body more internal energy. So it says, okay, holy moly, I can start switching on and start doing other things other than just surviving, which is important to remember as well. Okay. So our little animals.
Ever pondered the depth of your...
I'm not going to share this with the people. If you've got the photo of this lady with the cancer on her face.
We can. So we can share that around.
Can I pass it around?
You can, but I'm very sure that they are linked to a lot of our testimonial groups. Yeah.
Commitment to your pet's health and vitality? Ever yearned for a remedy that is natural, non-invasive, yet remarkably potent? The solution could be nearer than you anticipate. Welcome to the realm of Lifewave patches, is a realm where illumination paves the way to the thriving health of your pet. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But this is a reality countless pet owners have embraced, and the results have been simply extraordinary. Lifewave patches, especially X39 patches, lend a helping hand in supporting rapid and more efficient healing by stimulating an increase in the body's healing cells. Imagine the powerful impact of activated healing cells rushing to heal your beloved pet. The glutathione patches provide crucial immune support, bolstering your pet's defense system against various health threats. The Aeon patch serves to quell and reduce inflammation and can calm your pet in stressful situations, especially in times of thunderstorms. And let's not overlook the Carnosine patch, a renowned patch for its ability to repair ligament, tendon, and muscular injuries. Each patch promises improved health and vitality for your furry friend. And then not forgetting the amazing ice wave patches. For effective pain relief, how does this technology work? When the patch is placed on the animal's body, it uses the infrared heat of the body to activate the Lifewave patch. This in turn facilitates the photolight therapy that goes back into the body. No ingredients go into the animal's body whatsoever. making this a completely natural way to tap into your animal's own healing system with the most amazing benefits. You can rest assured that the patches are speeding up the repair by the speed of light. We have seen the most amazing testimonials in humans, so it's no different for animals in need of natural solutions for their health issues. Numerous pet owners around the world love the technology from Lifewave. Utilizing the body's inherent energy to promote healing and well-being, Lifewave patches introduce a novel method towards pet health. They are subtle, risk-free, and crucially, they bestow upon you the authority to manage your pet's health, bypassing invasive procedures or artificial solutions. So, why wouldn't you desire to give your beloved pet the best shot at a thriving, joyful life? Why not be that pet parent who proudly states, "I left no stone unturned for my pet's health"? The time to make a move is here. The time to unlock the potential of light is now. The time to explore Lifewave patches for your pets have arrived. Browse our futurewellness.online. Embark on this journey of belief. Have faith in the light. Trust in Lifewave. You'll be thankful for your decision.
So, I need people with pain. Oh, your pain is gone. And you can tell everyone how you feel.
That's definitely. And the pain of the legs gone as well.
So Amanda needed a lot of convincing.
I did.
A lot of convincing.
What did you use?
So I did it, put it just, so she came with a migraine. Now, Amanda, how long have you had your migraines?
25 years, maybe longer.
So you also used an ice wave a little while ago from a friend, and what happened?
It actually seemed to, the pain seemed to have, well, it almost felt as though it exacerbated the pain.
Okay.
And I thought, oh my goodness, this isn't helping.
So you see, yet again, you have to, it's not an exact science. It's a little bit of trial and error, especially when it's that bad. So today I energize because her body is completely depleted of energy because she literally every day struggles with migraines. So what I did then is I stuck an X39 where the pain was on her head, and we'll just leave it there like that. And then I'll also give her a second lot of patches so she can be okay until she buys her own patches. So cool. So that was one wonderful testimonial today. Okay, so can we have our two lucky ladies with pain? Okay. We must be good. Come stand out. In the front, you're going to be like A students. Okay, so okay, do you need to sit?
Keep standing.
No, because you'll need. Okay, so sit over there and I'll get a patch. Okay, so let's find where is your pain. Right over
My foot is completely.
okay, so we'll just like it to completely.
I walk on metal.
Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to do one like this. And I'm just going to put one patch. So I'm not going to really fat too much. I'm just going to put it here at the top. And I'm just going to wait to see what the body does. Right, where's your pain?
It was so bad that neck
Okay, you
and
can
head.
see it. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so hers is neck and head. So what I'm
on the
going to do,
right side,
okay.
the side of
All right. So does it come with stress?
No,
what's the trigger? Osteoarthritis. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to, so where, just give me a point where it's very sore now.
Here.
Okay, so that's a tricky one. So I don't know if you're going to get this patch off eventually when you need to get it off. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm just going to, okay, so let me see if I'm going to get it.
Let's do it here then and maybe here.
I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to do one there like that.
Because that covers the sole area.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take off the one off. Okay, so I'm going to start off with down here. Okay.
Here's one. Not getting up all the stairs anymore.
But you know what she needs is an X49. What she needs an X, have you got an X49? Okay, X49.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. So I found with doggies and bone related issues, X49 is freaking awesome. So just check between, I don't have one with me now, so
I've got it
X49 and just keep on patching and you'll see an improvement. So I put an ice wave. So I put an ice wave just on the area where we've obviously just, I don't want to stick it on her head, she's got pretty, it would be very difficult to take it off. Just gone slightly down. And I've just put it below. So it would be difficult for me to stick it on 12 o'clock because it's in her hair. But I'm just going to work around her shoulder area now. Okay, so how does yours feel? Do you want to stand up?
Yeah, I can.
So just walk a little bit. Sometimes it's almost, it's numb.
The pain is not so acute.
Okay, so let's leave it a little bit longer for you. Okay.
Maybe we should have checked before and then after, hey?
But when you have knee replacement already and you still have a pain, you can use this.
So it's interesting. A knee replacement should not give you any more pain. Right?
But my sister, she still has. She's 83 and
So,
she's telling me she
yeah.
has pain.
Okay, so then I would suggest, so with a knee replacement, I'm almost inclined to say it's like the memory of the pain going. So it's actually the communication from the brain to the knee. So it's had a knee replacement, it shouldn't be sore, so we have to stop the brain telling the knee that it's sore. So I would still suggest behind the neck, it can be on there. I would also suggest maybe glutathione. So glutathione and X39 are really, really good for knee pain, any kind of knee pain. Within a day or two, you'll have no more knee pain. So that's like just carry on doing that. Icewave, you see, Icewave is, like she said, it's not an ongoing thing. Icewave is just to support, and then you need the healing to take place. So that would be X39 and glutathione.
Where do I put the glutathione? Because I've got it on my tummy.
So then you put, so this is another thing. If you are going to the book and you want to fix your knee, then I'm not going to do that. So where you have an issue, you have to put the patches in that area so that you're telling the patches go here first and fix before you go everywhere else. Or they will go and fix where they think that they need to fix. So it's important if you've got kidney issues, place them on the kidneys. If you've got a liver issue, place it on the liver. You can place liver pointers over here. And I always say just go straight to the area of concern. Just patch for this. We had a guy that had kidney stones. He was in agony. He had the YH, which is Carnosine, Glutathione, and Aeon, and X39. Just patch the one kidney. 1 day later, dissolved, finished. So just put the patches where they need to go and support your healing. Okay, your knee? Okay, so let me move it. So now what I'll do is I'll move it to here.
What have you got on there?
So Icewave, so the
The
tan
two
patch is
Icewaves,
that side,
okay,
and then the
okay.
white patch is the side. Let's just see if it needs that going
And how
through.
long
the-
would you put that on for?
A little while, see. It must be like 30 seconds. It must be just let them just relax.
And then you stick your X49
And then you stop. So as soon as you've got the relief and they say, oh my word, it's much better, you just leave it there. So you're just finding the sweet spot.
And then you leave it for how many hours?
The Icewave, I would leave for 24 hours. Okay. Because you just want to open up, you just want to switch on the healing process. So you want to tell the brain, okay, right, healing must take place here, and then it starts to do its job. But then you also need X39 now, because you need to activate the stem cells here. So you kind of so there's 3 patches for pain. There's X39, there's Aeon, and then there's Icewave. So Aeon will bring down inflammation and will support that healing process going on. Your X39 will activate more stem cells, and your Icewave will start opening up those meridian pathways for pain.
For tonight, I put you on chest area. This one, so this morning is down here.
And then? So maybe what you do is behind, so sometimes behind the knee, just move it to where.
Now you can.
Yeah. Okay, now it's better?
Now it's better.
Okay, so
Because
now.
I bend my knee like this because it's painful.
Okay, so now, because she says she's got relief, I just take off the back, I just stick on that one, and we just control it. Okay, so that one, how are you feeling? Move your arm, move your neck a bit.
No, I'm feeling a lot of relief. The pain is still there.
Okay, now I'm gonna put a X39 to this equation. So when I work with backs, for instance, I will make like a triangle. So say for instance like severe back pain, I will put the Icewave on either side, so tan right, tan left and white right, and then I'll make like a triangle with the X39, so that we zone into that area to really focus on that area for the pain relief. So now I'm going to put this on the shoulder because I can guarantee you she's got lactic acid buildup. So I'm going to put it on.
Which one is that now?
I'm going to put X39.
X39.
So is your pain like here as well?
Hold on.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one on here for you. Okay.
I can see my range of
movement has improved a little bit, but the main thing is the pain is not as bad. Sure. You sound like a healing evangelist. This is unbelievable.
Okay, well, you can
Guys
run
also have pain.
Yeah, what?
Guys also have pain.
Guys, I asked you.
No, I put my hand up.
Oh, did you?
Oh, shit.
I wanted to exclude you. Don't think we're only focusing on the ladies. I thought it was only a wonderful partner that had all the pain.
No, I'm a cyclist. And I haven't 18 months ago.
Oh, really? Oh, so now this is a tough one for me to get.
The collarbone's fine, but every now and again I get a pain here.
Okay, so have you got pain now?
Yep.
Okay. So where is your, is it pain there?
Definitely.
Groovy. So we
I
take.
don't mind, I'll take my shirt off.
What do you take your shirt off?
Run away.
You go. Okay. So, just remembering that we've got the tan patch. We're going to place it on the sore spot. So yeah. And I'll push it on the right spot.
It doesn't hurt when you push it out.
Where is it sore? Right there. Okay, leave your fingers. Okay, I'm putting that one on there. And remember that you do have to have pain, okay? Otherwise the Lifewave is not going to work because you actually really need to have, there is pain, there isn't pain. So I'm going to give you another example, but this is first work on the Icewave.
Where is it going?
It's right there now. Let me just move it around and tell me if it's going to.
So that's Icewave.
I haven't put X39 on yet.
I get it every now and again. Yesterday, this morning earlier, I cycled for about 50 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
So I felt it when I got home. Tomorrow I'm doing 80, so I need some energy.
Well, you've got your energy enhancers, leave them on, by the way.
When you say leave them on, Mandy, you're saying leave them on, but they're 12-hour acting.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Thank you, Jane. Okay, so you need to keep them on for 12 hours on. You remove them and you reapply them the next day for 12 hours, okay? Or you put a new patch on.
Which one is this?
So generally you should be sleeping with them off, okay? The reason being is in the biggest scheme of things, you don't want your body to get used to the light. So you can leave them on for 24 hours. Say, for instance, this is the first time you've had energy enhancers, leave them on for 24 hours. You don't want to waste, the lifespan is 24 hours of the patch, but you don't want to do that on an ongoing basis because you don't want to your body get used to the light, then it won't respond.
So what happens if you use it for 12 hours, put it down, and put it back on the next day?
So you can do that, but then they might not stick as well. So just leave them on for 24 hours. Yeah, absolutely. But also, sorry, Jen, I just want to say, but if you are trying to fix a health issue, do not use them twice. If you are using them as a maintenance, I say yes, you can. You know, being a little bit more cost effective and more in everyone's budget to continue. The longer you do that, the better. That gentleman that fixed his heart does it like that. He stretches it over 2 months. But if you're trying to fix a health issue, every single day a new patch, because you need that 100% power every day to really help the body.
So the enhancer is 12 hours, but you can use them for 24.
David also says sometimes he leaves them on for a day. He also says, especially the Icewave, just only 15 watts and 15.
And the Energizer, you can use for 24.
Then just skip a day and then wear it again the following day.
But if you're feeling energized, don't worry.
And you know what? I used Icewave patches on a girl that had scoliosis pain over 30 years. For 15 minutes, she sat, she had no pain. In 30 years, she went into like an anxiety attack because she had never known no pain. And her body then was like, she didn't know what to do with herself because she didn't know where her pain had gone. It was like, now she's freaking out that she didn't have pain. And it was interesting, she only had one set of patches. It lasted her for 2 weeks. So she had no pain for 2 weeks. Yeah. So just open up those, she's young, she's in her 20s, so just open up that meridian pathway for her and the body started to do the rest. So we do have the most amazing testimonials like that, but then other times, we have people that have to wear it long term. It depends on age, it depends on your injury, it depends on your body. Very, very important. And
Quite funny. You put the patch about here.
He's got it.
Okay, so leave it right there. But now I'm going to move that white one. Give me 2 seconds. Just pick up your shit again. I think you also need to have it.
Maybe when you're busy there.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it here for you. Now just tell me about it.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that we have to order the different boxes with different pictures. You don't have like a variety pack. So
It comes in 30. So it comes in a sleeve of 30. And I always say to people, start with X39. X39 is the flagship product. It does the most amazing things if you can stand it longer. What I will share, as a brand partner, you can't do this, but as a customer, you can sign up in the PC Plus program. The PC Plus program is really nice because you can continue your patches, but you can benefit from some of the samples. So every month, you get an extra 10 samples of some of the other patches to try, and that you can do as a customer. So as a brand partner, if you want to do that, become a brand partner, and then sign up your hubby or your sister or someone underneath you, and buy your patches on their account, and then benefit from the samples.
Well, I want to do a pre.
You can also do that, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Different
Buy a
boxes
few and
and
you can share it out, absolutely. Absolutely.
And how long would a box last if you don't use it?
No, so there's an expiry date, okay, but 5 years after that expiry date, it still works.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good information.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have to use them, but you really want to stay on those X39s if you want them.
Use them, you don't want them on the shelf. That's just
And you know what? I've got a stash that I have for our family, and I don't always use the glutathione or the Aeon. So Skylar will come and say he's got a pain in his stomach, and I'll just shove an X39 and the Aeon on, and then 15 minutes later say, "Hi, just what is wrong with my ear?" Yeah.
Wow.
So you can use it like a
and
first aid kit.
children, like what is the? And you don't want a child on X39 forever, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. So I do with my Skylar.
I'm still a child.
So Skylar's got, but Skylar's on the autistic spectrum.
Okay.
So I have to work with his brain on an ongoing basis. So he uses Carnosine and X39 all the time.
Where do you put them?
Behind the neck, below the belly button, just those two spots.
But
And you can always keep it in that same place.
And the Carnosine?
For them, yes, because Carnosine exactly the same. So there's those 5 spots. Exactly those spots. For kids, they don't have so much blockage.
Okay.
They're still young, and their body is still functioning. They're also still producing a lot of their stem cells. So no, but you don't have to worry about that. Remember that the body will do what it needs.
Okay.
So the body, especially with lights, the body takes what it needs and it will just leave what it doesn't need. So especially when they're young like that. But it will help if there's any genetic issue, which is very important to remember as a parent. So if your child, there's any lineage issues coming from your family, that will be fixed with the X39. So they should actually, especially with all of the EMF stuff that's going around and all of that.
So then for them, what, X39?
Yeah, I would do X39. You could do it like, twice a week for them. They're already producing their own stem cells, so twice a week. Unless they've got an issue like Skylar, I just patch it. Okay, so how does yours feel?
The pain is there.
Oh my gosh,
Okay, so I'm going to give you another one.
So Mandy, ADD, Carnosine.
So ADD, I really believe, need a lot of cross calls. And cross calls.
Oh, you mean the actual exercise?
And cross calls to get their brain going, and then Carnosine and X39.
And according to the book position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Mandy, were you one of the first to bring it to South Africa?
I was. I brought it 5-6 years ago into my, can I just stick my, no, yeah, that's what I'll just do that. So I brought it into my wellness practice through a lady, through my brother in the UK at the time. It was actually a lady in my, if it's paying, let me just stick that. Sorry, just let me stick his patch properly for you.
So you did Lifewave there, Mandy?
Yeah.
I don't know very much about the facts, but I can tell you one thing. Everything is energy.
Yeah.
Whichever way you look at it. And there was a gentleman a lot younger than me, but he had very curly, pussy hair, long time ago. His name was Einstein. And he got the formula for energy. And this is how I think these things work. It's pure energy. And it's energy between you and your partner as well. One of my friends always said, Judge asked him, why did you get the divorce? He said, the energy wasn't good.
May I ask how old you are?
I've been on this world for 77 years. It's not counting the days or the years I was on Atlantis.
You started that far at that age.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not old.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Mandy.
And it's still working. But it's because they have a loving mind that they can care of things.
Gosh, it's what also going through. But now it's still stuck in the same place in mass. Why should you stick that?
So stick it in line. In actual fact, you can stick it on your ear. So stick it on the actual ear. Keep on doing it because even with these bubbles, and now it's affecting you, it's definitely something should be.
I think they also do our tiredness, you know. I think I'll give you some the adrenal one.
There's definitely a release of the water.
She's dying.
And I just keep on, it's a few things.
I know, compared to the last few years.
To that. So it's a lot of different things.
It's a dry day where you are.
It's not just a lot of different things that are happening. As humans, as we evolve, it's affecting our hearing. If you listen to Laura's canon, all the listening to is a lot of things. So allow the process.
What are you thinking of this now?
I know it's irritating, very irritating.
It's always there.
Okay. So try glutathione. You've got just keep on
Ask her. Ask her, she'll tell you. She'll tell you. They're watching him and they're sort of clamping down. You can't say this and you can't say that. But I don't know, he seems clean. He doesn't seem he seems clean to me.
So if it's affecting your mood, and you know what's very nice about wearing X-Minine in the night is remember we heal.
But he's made it really expensive, so not everyone can.
So is there anything wrong though? Doesn't. No. As long as you're not, because if you're not sleeping, then you must take them up and roll. No, but
Nothing stops me.
Are you going to ask?
So on either side of his back. So all I did for Renee is I just put it on either side of the back. So I put tan left and white right and just wait. She got one hell of a surge of energy up her back and then the pain was gone. So it all depends. So just opening up blockages again. And if it doesn't dissipate, then you can use the extra water and you can make it fine. Where the short spot is obviously lower back. Yeah, then you'll do this one. Do you know that the back actually moves with the ice wave? So as you put it on, the back can actually take a video, if he allows you. You can actually see, and if you draw the spine, you can see that the spine will actually straighten itself out. Remember, we've got that video. Yeah, we had to look at it again because, you know, when it comes from our Americans, and I don't want to say anything against Americans, but they always exaggerate. And I had to look and okay, no, that is actually, and I'll tell you, Mandy's son, he's got an S-shaped spine, and she says she has definitely seen improvement in his spine with ice wave. So yeah, so ice wave is it's again opening up those pathways, you know, so that the spine can realign itself again. So move your shoulder a little bit if you can.
Yeah, no, definitely I improved.
Okay.
Then I'm completely bad. Huge improvement.
Okay, so what I've done with her is there's obviously a lot of tension in her back. I've put a Carnosine patch on. I believe that she's probably got a buildup of lactic acid as well because she's got this pain and she's like stiffening this area. So I put Carnosine, X39 and Ice Wave on there. It will take about the rest of today and maybe even tonight for you to really, really relax that area.
I hope I'm not going to be those ones where it'll get worse before it
No, it shouldn't. Water. What I do suggest that you all do, especially those that have been patched, is have some water now, have a cup of tea and whatever. We're going to have there's some biscuits for everyone if you want. Just have the biscuit there for us, Mom. There on the table. You're supposed to bring them from the car. Okay, so we're going to sort out that just now. Everyone can have a nice cup of tea.
Mom said she's going shopping after.
After, no, listen, we brought all our stuff with. But yeah, have a nice cup of tea. If you really want to speak to me individually, please do so with pleasure. And yeah, thank you so much for coming and spending
This is the result of mining.
Sorry. Yeah.
And I told you it fell?
Yeah.
That's the result of it now.
Oh, you should have seen that. Okay, that looked like one big fat red. She fell really hard.
Like brand new breast. That's how big it was. Brand new inserted breast. Breast, I mean. That is the result of it 1.5 weeks later.
Wow.
And right now, I don't have any pain. But from time to time I do because it was still quite badly bruised.
Well, let's put an acid on it.
Maybe I should just say something else. I've never really heard of this product except from Cheryl mentioning it to me. I've never heard, I mean, I read it, I read it, I've never ever heard of it.
So it's really, really new.
And you sound, but it's 20 years old.
But Lifewave, I'm not a big company. See, they really haven't been. I know that their growth this last year, it's been immense. And I think because of their building in the Far East now, where, I mean, in the first day that they opened up Malaysia, they signed up 28,000 people. So I think what's going to happen now is a lot of people, I was just speaking to my upline yesterday, and he said the growth of Lifewave amongst the other MLMers, the other MLM companies are going down, and Lifewave is just, it's just crazy how much they are making at the moment. Yeah, and it's very new. See, when I brought it into South Africa, it was about 6 years ago, and I brought it in through my wellness practice, and it was to my clients. And I didn't want to do the business at all. And then came lockdown, I closed my practice after 10 years, and I thought, I just want to do something different and online and work with the healthy people, not the sick people anymore. And then I started really understanding and really researching and learning about network marketing because I hated the industry. And then I started, the last 2 years I started jumping on and really started building, and I've really got like lots of lovely resources for our team. And you can see most of these videos is what I make for our team. And really starting to build now. So we're going to launch, it's going to be launched into South Africa this year, it'll be registered. Apparently it is registered from a very long time ago. There was a gentleman in PE, he was a naturopath. He started it, but never did the business. So you can't rely on retail.
So you actually started the business South Africa?
So yes.
Wow.
So you can tap into South Africa, no one knows.
So it is me and my downline. So he decided to be the distribution for South Africa.
Yeah.
So that's why I know what is happening in South Africa. And I was customer services for 1.5 years. I nearly died. So we had a really bad courier service at the time. So it would get there late, and I would have to apologize while people screaming and saying, "You just started my money. You're just swindlers."
There's no Uber.
Mandy,
So now
also
we got a
you
really good
had
service.
thyroid when you started?
Yeah. I had a thyroid issue. I mean, you can ask my mom for years. Where my thyroid, it looked like it had a life of its own, looked like its own planet. And I used 3 months worth of glutathione patches, and you can see my neck. This is a lot better. You can see it's still here, and it has the days when it flares up, but then I just stick my patch.
Mandy, how old does a youngster have to be before we can sign them up?
18. They have to be 18, although you can place them. They're not allowed to build, but then just have them higher up. So just a little bit on the business. We're a binary system, so we build 2 legs, easier to rake up and easier to build your business. And I mean, really, I think people look at MLM in a really negative light, but I think it's because they just don't have an understanding of it. It's a normal business. You just get in there and work. Share it with people. And I mean, you're not going to say no to a person who comes to you and says, "May I do what you're doing?" And I've got a lot of people that I can sell the patches to. You're not going to say no. So you sign up as a brand partner and you just carry on.
How much is that as a brand?
So as little as $25 to become a brand partner. If you want a sleeve of X39, it's going to cost you $3,000. So it's about $153 US. Then you're a brand partner. You've got your own website. You've got your own member number, and then you start either retailing it to customers or otherwise you start building your business. Let me tell you that building your business is definitely the best way to go. If you want residual income in the future, if you want to work really hard for 4 years and then get money just ongoing coming into you, that's the way to build. The only way to do that, I've now learned, I mean, I've been in corporate, I've run my own business, is to truly build an MLM business, but the right way. So people don't realize it's not a cash cow. We don't get money in the beginning. We have to work really hard, and that's what breaks most of them. And then they blame the industry. The industry is perfectly set up for you to build a business. You just have to stay in it long enough. So, I mean, on average, at the moment, I've been doing it for 2 years. I earn anything from $500 to $800 to $1,000 US a week. But you just have to work. You just have to get off your bum and work.
But what's really nice about it also, because I've also got an aversion to MLM, and being there and all that, it's almost like you're joining the shop. You're joining the right to shop. That's all you're doing, and you shop when you want. If you want. If you never want to, there's no one hacking you.
No.
So that's how I speak
Not
to
in my
my
team.
people.
I don't like that. So that's really, there are ways where, there are companies where they're really aggressive. And I feel that's where people really hate
No, it's
MLMs,
not
because
like
they're
this at
pushing
all.
organizational volume. I'm not interested. We build strong relationships. You are trying to get your product out there, and all that we want, our passion is to help people with this wonderful technology. And if you keep that in your mind, I mean, you know, I have a wonderful Wednesday evening that we can all join and invite guests, and I give away 10 X39 patches every Wednesday. So you can invite people, you know, come and listen to what this technology is all about. Maybe you can win a patch to try. We've had the most amazing results from people with just one patch. How about? So can you imagine taking someone's migraines for I don't know how many years with one patch? I mean, that's just really, really amazing.
It's just something I need to add. It's quite amazing. I can actually feel some heat energy.
Yeah. So some people are super sensitive as well, remember? X39.
So that will help everything in a way.
Absolutely. So the X39 encompasses everything. So it's because it's activating more stem cells, and when you activate more stem cells, your body is going to repair everything at the speed of light. Yeah. Voila. Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. Both my son and my daughter have got neck problems. It's been said that as a result, they both suffer from incredible migraines. So my son's had the block thingy, and my daughter's goes for Botox in the neck to relieve the pain. So obviously, neither one is a good option. What would I suggest to them to use?
So first and foremost, if they've got that kind of chronic neck issue, what are they not want to see two sides of? So when you look, you must look at the emotional side of that. So they don't want to see two sides of the situation, very rigid in their way of thinking, right? So they need to understand why their neck is doing that. So that's first of all, so we can clear that pathway. So they need to look at life differently. Allow all options in life, not just their option all the time. And then what we need to do is so that will take a while, huh? Because they've damaged nerve endings and putting Botox. So what they've done is they've numbed the area. And this is where I get really irritated with doctors, because in actual fact, they're not fixing anything. They are numbing it so that you don't feel the pain, and then what happens is you injure it even more. So when you go and I had a lady who had a back fusion, okay? All of her vertebrae fused. And she was doing bicycle racing, and she loves her cycling. And she would get to the end, and everyone would be like half dying, okay, getting off their bike, saying, holy crap, I'm like, and she would get off and, oh no, fine, I'm absolutely fine. But I said to her, hello, you have all your nerve endings burnt off so that you no longer feel pain, okay? And you were riding bicycle like a crazy person, so we put a patch on her. By that afternoon, she was doubled over in pain. She couldn't drive herself home. I said, for God's sake, just take off the patch. So she said, so she took off the patch and she got home. And I said, well, now what you've got to do is, because she bought a sleeve, now what you've got to do is you've got to start off at your foot. So put the patch on your foot and slowly work up to that area. She could eventually, I think it was about a month or two, she got up to the lower back again and she could wear the patch there, and then she was fine again. I said to her, if you don't do that, you could probably be crippled, because you won't know how much damage you're doing to your back, because you can't feel anything. So it's important to understand anti-inflammatories, Botox, all of that is just hindering.
Stopping the pain.
So they have to understand what they're doing, because it's manifesting in their body, and then they have to make sure that they're using Icewave patches and X39 patches to open. But I also think if they're in this area, speak to Jane, because she does some flipping amazing work to actually work on the emotional stuff, to shift and clear that blockage. Very, very. Well, you know what? Have that pain in your neck, why don't you? You know what? You're a man. That's a difficult thing. Sorry, no generalizing.
Mandy, just sorry.
Like those extra patches, etc. So we've been buying the patches.
The PC Plus program.
Yeah. How exactly does it work?
So, are your customers or brand partners?
That's why I'm not really sure.
Oh, who's that?
Every time. Janina.
Oh, Janina.
Yeah.
So, who's your upline?
Yourself.
Me.
I think.
Oh, right.
Wow.
I'm a very bad upline. But I think you're both brand partners. You're dealing with a brand partner. You can't. So then what you do is keep your brand partner, because you've got wholesale price. That's why I did it for you. Create another account underneath her name for you and do but it won't work for both of you. So then you have to create. So you have to create
another victim here.
So the victim, but if you also want to stop taking the patches, right?
Yes.
Okay, but then you have to have another account for you. So she can have one account that she does a PC Plus program as a customer. I'll help you. Then you have to have one for her as a PC Plus customer, and then you'll have to input her husband. Yeah. Okay. Then under your husband's name, we create an account for you so that you can benefit from that. Because your brand partner is allowing you wholesale price whenever you want to. But if you don't want to do the monthly subscription, because the PC Plus is a monthly subscription, so it's like that's well, if you want the patches,
She said 3,000
so
for
if you want
the
the samples,
patch.
you have to do it every month. So if you are purchasing
When you join.
every month, which you are,
Yeah.
ladies, then maybe
We can have a look because you can join and just get one X39. And you're going to pay $99 for that.
In there, I explain all the different options. So what I did for you is I just gave you wholesale price for it, and you can buy when you want. If you don't want to buy every month, then say
PC here, but you don't want to
you
do
have
that.
to buy every month.
You really want to do that, I don't think. I've
Okay,
never.
you decide what you want to do. Yeah.
Can I use it? This is the reason I'm not for it, but I can